Welcome to the Talking Shh podcast. That's right. We'll be talking about music, albums, live shows, bands we love, bands not so much. Again, we're talking shh. Join me, Scott Nokon, and Stephen James.
Hey guys, and we are back. It's kind of funny. So no consideration seemed lost.
It is.
That's a show I do on Tuesday. Sorry, Steve.
We're promoting it early.
Yeah. So no consideration radio show on Tuesdays on 99 WNR. And I will be playing a lot of this band that we're going to talk about this evening. But on Talking Shh, we're going to go through and do a highlight of AC/DC. AC/DC last night in Nashville, Tennessee. So that was on Wednesday, May 21st. It was delayed
and postponed, right?
Yeah, it was postponed today. First, it came out temporarily canceled. I guess you could say postponed, but it was postponed one day. The weather, and I was on the air on Tuesday night, so there was unplanned, but then I came back on it. So I did a show Monday for radio, show Tuesday for radio, Wednesday at Nissan, and tonight, Thursday, with Stephen James.
I have to give you a quick compliment. The Chris Cornell tribute was amazing because you played songs that I've never heard. You know, I mean, it's obviously somebody recorded it from behind, but hit the covers that he does and what a voice. I mean, it's between he and Chester, unfortunately. You know, enlivened themselves, but it's unfortunate that somebody that so you don't know, and probably something that Scott and I'll probably have a conversation on is mental awareness, that, you know, there's help out there. So,
absolutely.
We'll have a conversation about that on a future show really quick. But, you know, there's help out there. If anybody is feeling depressed, there are people that you can call or talk to. You can send me a text or send me a message on this. I didn't expect to say this, but, you know, by the way, Scott, that show was epic. I just had it full blast in my house, and I was like,
no, I appreciate it. Yeah,
so
it
amazing.
Was, you know, obviously, you know, when we did this a few days ago, it was the anniversary of his death, which was 8 years prior, which is just wild. 2017, and Fox Theater in Detroit was the last night, and I came across what they claimed on the internet was his last song. I can't remember what it was. I could go back and easily find that, but I just didn't want to play that. I stuck to, like you said, there was a lot of, I love what he's done on the covers. I love Soundgarden. Audio Slave I thought was fantastic too. His solo records, and then doing the covers, Nothing Compares to You.
That was amazing. Patience,
it's a totally redone mix. It was so good. And in that, and I stated this, and this again, I think this is appropriate. Thank you for queuing this topic up, Stephen. I forget the exact line, and it kind of just came off the top of my head. And maybe I actually put it into a text. So let me bring it up really quick. But essentially,
his range was just, I mean, it just kind of leveled and leveled and leveled and leveled up. And he was always perfect pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for an amazing vocalist, a singer-songwriter, by the way, too, he wrote 90% of all that music.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know that until after I'd done a little research after he'd passed. I was like, oh wow, he writes all that stuff. And that's why I know that the James Bond thing wasn't a cover. However, it just goes to show that somebody recognizes this guy's music and goes, we need to put this in a movie, which is, to me, one of the most cheers, buddy, one of the most badass James Bond movies, in my opinion. I know people are like, oh,
I love that.
I thought it was the best James Bond movie ever, because it wasn't gimmicky, and, you know, they didn't have like the farting pen or the, you know, the shoe that shot missiles. It was like just kind of a realistic human aspect. Anyhow, I digress.
So the line I found, I did have it in a text. He's essentially flawless as a live singer, Chris Cornell. So yeah, all that. It was a fun, you know, sad thinking back at it for sure, but just being able to experience those songs again and again, digging deep. I enjoy that, finding songs that, sure, I know people have heard them, but not everyone. And
no, I haven't heard.
Kind of digging deep on some of that stuff. So yeah, that's something I always enjoy.
Deep cuts.
Deep cuts. So that was Chris Cornell. And again, a quick little
amazing
mention for sure. We're probably, and again, we always do this, we tease future topics just so we can kind of get the dialogue going. But if we dedicated an entire show to Chris Cornell, I think it would only be fitting. So definitely something to come.
Yeah,
so
sure.
in that, so that was Tuesday night. That was Monday night. Tuesday night was kind of a free for all music wise that I played, which was fun too. And I went longer than I have for years. So that was kind of fun too. So here we go. Wow. We reached.
That's all.
Wednesday night. So I was crazy when I was driving home and I was in the orifice much longer than I wanted to today. Yeah, I went to the show, got home at 1:15 Central, probably fell asleep about 2.
Jeez. Yeah, you gotta unwind.
Yeah. I thought for sure that my ears, and maybe usually they ring the day after. And I know I've probably done some damage over the year. I didn't wear earplugs last night. And AC/DC is only one of the longest, oldest, loudest. I'll get it out.
Oh,
wow. All those.
It's the quadruple L,
Yeah, all that.
Let's go.
And they're all average height of 5'5", at least Angus.
I mean, when you look at that, when you look at that SG on Angus, it looks like a child playing it.
It is.
He is tiny.
Yeah, it is like this big.
Yeah, he is tiny, but shreds it no matter what.
Totally. Anyway, got home.
Go ahead.
This morning, woke up. Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
Woke up. I was trying to do the Beatles song. I can't remember that second word.
I don't know how you do it because, I mean, Isabel and I have done several shows where it goes late until a next workday. And typically I'll say, I'm going to be in late. And then when I try to wake up late, everybody else is getting up at the same time. So it just screws everything up. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to get up and drive into work at the same time. And I'm like, I feel like I'm in a cartoon. I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, having sleep deprivation, whether or not you went to a gig, but yeah, that's a rough day at work the next day if you got 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I feel good. Like usually when we do this, I get a second wind, and this time I'm going to eat it with a old fashioned with a little orange slice.
Nice.
I had Melissa do this up for me, so I asked her to make them all the time.
Wow. What do they call that?
Many years ago, not too many, I'll get in trouble, but a few years ago, she went to the Jack Tiano School of Bartending, if you remember the old commercial. Yeah. At one point, she had like the certificate. I go, oh my God, that is awesome. I go, so what did you do once you got that certificate? She goes, oh, I like hosted, I was the bartender for one party, and that was it.
Yeah.
I go, yeah, but you were official, you were certified, you were like, deemed a professional
mixologist.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Mixologist. So
yeah, that's cool. I mean, because they come up with some stuff. I mean, I get like little inserts on my computer at work, and it's like, oh, try this cocktail, try that cocktail, and I was like, oh, some will look good, and I'm like, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
But an old fashioned is so good. It's one of my favorites.
It is. This one I'm using Weller.
Hello.
Kentucky bourbon, Weller. It's good. I had some of it last week. Someone brought over a bottle. We started, and if you were in town, you would be the first one to invite. So when you do come out here,
I will eventually.
We started. You will come out soon. Yeah,
absolutely.
We said it here. You're coming out. I didn't say the closet.
Out of the closet.
So last week kicked off. Since we met, Stephen. Since we last talked, though, I think we did a show on Friday. It all kind of runs together. We will eventually get to AC/DC, guys. Don't worry.
And we typically just like to banter and talk about our life for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I guess I just bought something on U.S. Bank.
Nice.
But I believe that it's
someone bought it.
Yeah, or somebody bought it. I don't know. Which is basically just steaming things. It's like commiserating what's going on in our lives, because everybody has a life. Everybody gets home and they're like, and we are good at doing that and ADHD until we get to our topic.
Yeah.
But
is it ADHD as much as just this is our controlled chaos and we like to roll through it?
For sure. Yeah.
So last Thursday, so if you were in town, you would be here. So a buddy of mine brought over a bottle of Weller. It was the inaugural poker night.
Hey,
the NoCon Homestead. So for Christmas, I got one of those. I think there's 9 seats, nine seated poker table with the nice,
you gotta have that odd number.
Yeah, nice padded arms with the cup holders and the nice felt table.
Shit.
So, that's heavy as a mofo. So I wanted it for Christmas. I got it. It was a Costco special, right?
Hey,
so
love Costco.
reasonably priced, but it does the job. And by the way, I wasn't the first one, but someone had to. Someone spilled a drink, and it didn't leave a stain. They cleaned it right up. So those things are going to happen.
And they get the boots. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it had to happen. So then it was good to give the guy. He was the youngest out of all of us. A hard time.
Of course. Sure.
Dude,
amateur.
do you need a bottle now? Sipping cup? I have some in the cupboard. So anyway, that was fun. So just to kind of put this together leading up to something eventually that we'll get to, Stephen. So that was
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Got no
Please.
question. How you obviously have connections. How did you score? I'm not talking Metallica. Now we're going to AC/DC. How did you score the Snake Pit to AC/DC? So or did you pay up?
So to be clear, because I don't want you to commit a trademark violation, it was just Snake Pit was for Metallica. So I think we've already talked about that. But for AC/DC, so yeah, I'll jump in, and I may get back to my other story, but it's fair to ask.
Sorry,
so I will say this. No. So I will say this, since this is being recorded and broadcasted out. I may edit this slightly because it'll make for a better story. How's it?
Let's go.
But it's basically all rooted in facts. So it started out, Stephen, back in 1970. Started out, we had a client that was going to come out for a meeting. And this was, let's see, in a past episode, we talked about having a conference in Vegas, and one of our free nights after some client dinners, we ended up bringing 12 or 14 people, including myself, to Judas Priest at the Planet Hollywood. Fantastic. Some people were, there was that old guy band. Yes. Did you enjoy it? I did. Okay, cool. Others just knew what it was, who it was. Others didn't have any clue. Others weren't even into that style of music. I think there was no one, you got to just be under a rock, that didn't know who Judas Priest was, but everybody was game for it. So we became known as, oh, wow, you guys kind of do some cool events. It was just completely kind of spontaneous. So in that, this client, one of our larger clients, was like, hey, we're going to be coming out. And I'm sure I don't remember exactly, but I was reminded I probably made the recommendation. Well, May 20th, I go, we can go to dinner, but AC/DC's in town. What? Where at? Football stadium. Before we could even say boo, they bought tickets, had it all scheduled, had everything to go. A couple other folks in the office that were going to go. So it was going to be an activity. Well, we get up to the week, looking at the weather forecast, things kind of change. It gets really, really bad. The show gets postponed, postponed from Tuesday to Wednesday. That's all good. Wednesday, Stephen, this is our weather part of the show. It was hell on earth on Tuesday. It was hail. It was locusts. It was all that. It was no locusts, but it sounds good. It was hail. There were 3 tornadoes north of us. Wow. EF0, EF1. Any EF I don't want to be part of. Still, that
excuse me.
Bad weather.
It's crazy. Right?
Thunder, lightning, thunderstruck. Lightning. So the show got postponed. Heard about it before it got announced. I'll just say that. I think that was kind of cool. It's like, this is not going to happen. It was hours before it was even posted in the news. So we could plan. I'm like, okay. So I'm leaning towards a little bit of inside information. The stage crew, they had to take down the stage because they didn't want it to blow away. You can imagine, right? All that equipment. And when you look at this, is like, I don't know, is this a $10 million stage, right? With all the lights,
a lot of rigging,
structure, rigging.
That. Yeah, a lot of rigging.
So they had to bring all that stuff down. Did they dismantle the entire stage? No, but I'm thinking all the lights, all of the screens, everything they had to bring down. Then they put it back up. Yeah, they put it back up Wednesday. So Wednesday comes, it was 76 and clear. It was a beautiful evening in downtown Nashville. I still haven't answered your question, but I will. So it just happened to, as part of the tickets, the pit passes were included. I'll say that. For this conversation, I'll say that.
Nice.
So I had an envelope with the tickets were all transferred to me. I kind of left this out. Our client, could not join us. They had to be somewhere else. So they said, Scott, I'll transfer you the tickets electronically over my SeatGeek account. Went over there. I like SeatGeek compared to the other one. I think it has better prices. The prices are relative to what people post, but as far as the fees are much lower. That's a little PSA there. Yes.
Yeah.
In that, there was the physical, I took it off, but the wristbands, those were left for me in an envelope and then through the office. And then I grabbed those and ironically recruited some friends because there were available seats. There was this one guy who was at work, a self-professed AC/DC lover. They are my favorite band of all time.
Let's go.
And he goes, another meeting was scheduled I have to go to for dinner on Wednesday. I'm like, are you serious? I go, I can give you like a million excuses. I go, you can just sleep with the obvious one.
Yeah.
You have some sort of VD and you're not able to go, right? Yeah, I gotta go. I go, is it really important? I go, seriously. I won't say I almost said it.
It's your favorite band and you're going to bail out.
I go, I would. Okay, let's just say if it was Metallica, if it was Queensryche, it was Kool and the Gang, I would have just said, I'm sorry, but this meeting needs to take place the next day. One, so you can exhibit a position of power and authority over this meeting, right? You want to take the upper hand. You want to kind of be a little like that. That's okay. Not a jerk, but just some dominance. That's okay.
Yep.
It didn't work. I gave him every possible out in the world. Okay, motherfucker.
Had I been there, I'd have taken his tickets. Stuff.
Yeah, I would have been all about that. So
that's tragic. So was he bullshitting you or
no? And he's off today and tomorrow, and this is my Friday, as it is your Friday. So it's Thursday. So I
actually have to work Saturday and Sunday, unfortunately, but I'll talk.
Well, okay.
It's all good. Overtime, double time. I'm good.
I'll still be doing work, but it's not work. It's it's one of the various activities we do outside of actual work in this, our hobby stuff, our fun stuff. Anyways, we got it's just kind of funny. In that, we walk into the stadium, we check out the merch booths, a lot of AC/DC gear, kind of cool stuff. They had a pop-up store like Metallica did too. Didn't make my way over to it like I did for Metallica. I made it a point to go there, and you can get in trouble with the things that you can buy for me in a Metallica pop-up store. So we get into the stadium. We buy some overpriced beer. Actually, a buddy of mine we bought 3 beers. He paid for it. It was $49 for 3 beers. God bless America. So we walk and go, oh, hey, remember guys, we have the wristbands that gets you into the pit. The pit is in front of the front row. It's general admission.
I'd rather do that.
So we walk down, we're going through it. I appreciate the, back in the olden days, there were Staff Pro. There's different, I don't think that company exists anymore, but all the security guys. So we walk up, and people in front of us are just kind of, because you got, you have your tickets on your phone. And I wasn't doing it to be a dick or anything. I just go, no. Just go in. Yeah. I wasn't doing it for that reason. I just no. So we walk in there. And then they have the little metal gates set up, and you walk up to it, and you feel kind of special because you're walking past all the people in the seated chairs, and then you go through this little entrance, and then you cut in front, and you saw my pictures, but now like you're in front of the stage. You're like
literally.
So the Pretty Reckless. I don't think there's that. Pretty Reckless was still playing. That's Taylor Momsen, who was in, I forgot the damn TV show, Gossip Girl. She was on Gossip Girl, and then she was Cindy Lou Who, right? From from
the Grinch.
Yeah, the Grinch. God, I forgot that yesterday.
Disney version?
Yeah, the
live action version?
Live action one. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
And she was obviously Cindy Lou. She was a little kid.
Yeah, of course.
But she's a great singer. Like that is
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, friend of the show, Chris Margettis.
I mean,
he loves that band. Yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, they're awesome. We're gonna run out of time in a couple of minutes, so I'll send you another link, Stephen.
Yeah,
we're just getting started. Started. So I'm gonna stick with kind of the prelude up until the actual.
Let's go.
But so we get we were blessed with wristbands. Walk into this standing room only. If there were a couple hundred people, I might be off. The stadium Traditional stage setup right in the end zone. And then they have, and I guess they've been doing the stage
runway
setup for a
type
while. Then they have this long,
Yeah.
extended spot, which basically Brian Johnson went out there a couple times, but Angus was out there a lot. That's where
Nice.
that one video I sent you where he's doing part of his solo. He did it probably was 10 minutes, but we went
I'm
to,
good with 3.
yeah, we went to Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and Billy Idol. on
I saw the
Saturday.
pictures of that.
Yeah.
I don't
That
play
was-
too.
Yeah. He was
Oh,
a headliner. That was at the arena.
Oh, nice.
40-year anniversary of Rebel Yell. And I was talking about this a little bit. It was entertaining. Joan Jett, I thought was great. I thought she brought it. I'll get back to AC/DC in a second. She's 66, and everything sounded great. There's some strong Joan Jett songs, right? I love rock and roll, like the ones from like when we were back in '82. That's a good song. So that was good. That was a fun set. Again, that was one of those kind of last minute. Just picked up some tickets again on SeatGeek, not a sponsor yet, but I've sent them twice in this show. They have lower fees than the other ones.
Yeah,
So
I
we got some
look into it.
and we were in like the 100s at the arena. All the numberings is pretty consistent. So, for getting them just the night before and for the price, it's like, oh yeah, it's great tickets. We weren't in the front, so I was a little like taken aback.
Well,
Just kidding. Sat there, just hung out and watched it. Billy Idol started. Overall, a good show. Too many guitar solos. 3.
yeah,
Stevens is good.
yeah.
I need 3.
I saw that on a Vegas thing too. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, you're a great guitar player, but you're not Yngwie. So,
No.
and yeah, one's good.
Rebel Yell is 40-year anniversary.
Ow.
I thought
Good
they should have stayed with that record on more songs. They did, Rebel Yell, Eyes Without a Face. I'm looking at the record because I actually found it, broke it out, played it that day, to get ready for the show. Didn't buy any merch at that show. It was fairly priced, $45, but I don't need a Billy Idol shirt.
Nah.
You could have gotten a Steve Stevens shirt if you wanted to. I did.
I think to me, buying merch is like something that's really well represented, where you're like, this is something I like. Iron Maiden with their new drummer coming back.
Yeah. I'd
It's
like
or that.
for this one. This is AC/DC. So let me end. Yeah, I think
Go
you're
ahead.
right, Stephen, about our ADHD things. So I thought with the Billy Idol set, they could have lived in the Rebel Yell space a little bit more. They could have played
agree.
more songs off that. He played new songs, like brand new songs. And let me tell you, I think one of the song titles was Fire Alarm, because when they started playing, people were bailing. It was middle of the set.
No,
They were going to get a drink. They
surprise
were
me.
going to go take a piss. They were going to get maybe
That
look
doesn't
at the
surprise me, 'cause
merchandise.
Everyone wants to hear the fucking hits.
Don't play that.
Everyone wants to hear
it's
the
like-
hits.
There was literally, and you could tell. I thought there was a funny line, Stephen. I think the song title was called Fire.
Yeah.
And it was. It's like out, then they come back in. Ended with White Wedding, so it ended on a high note. Blue Highway, they started the show with. I thought, and again, it's a big song, but the 40-year anniversary, personally, I would
Yeah.
have started with Rebel Yell, because the crowd would have been up here and they would have stayed up there.
And
It
it's
brought him down with those new songs, which again,
yeah.
no one cares. It's like,
No.
Billy, nobody cares. He
No.
was very gracious. He took a few minutes to and again, this could be a canned, comments in every show, right? I could probably YouTube it and go, oh, in Milwaukee said the same thing. But it sounded genuine. He was like, listen, thank you, fans, for 40 plus years.
Thank you, fans.
Thank you. Yeah, you're better than I am at that. You gave me the life that I never could have dreamed of.
Yeah,
Absolutely. that was great. So in
Great.
that, he was smiling when he took his shirt off. You're like, you
He's
don't need to
in
take your
good
shirt
shape for an
off.
old fucker.
Yeah. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't, Jabba the Hutt. So yeah, all that was entertaining. And we went into it. We grabbed a little dinner beforehand. We walked over to the arena. Parking was good. Wasn't expensive. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going.
I'm glad you did. I agree with you. I mean, I've seen. I like Bill. I really like Billy Idol. I like his songs, and I've seen a couple of recent YouTube clips about his shows, and I'm like, okay, right, this, that. And then when I hear something I don't know, I just fast forward. I'm like, I want to hear that. I want to hear what Billy Idol is good at. Not that he's not good at his new songs, but I want to hear the OG shit. I want to hear all those good OG songs. Get laid, get fucked, it's like I want to hear that, but I don't want to hear anything new. And I get that they want to produce and put out their new shit, but if you're going to see Billy Idol needs to be playing his like an OG set. Like Iron Maiden's coming back in the 20. I know we're going to run out of time. 2025, 2026, and they're going to all the old school catalog to what comes to mind. So that to me is like that's what I want to hear. So anyhow, I was digressing once again.
No, for sure. So in that, we're gonna jump into we pretty much and again I'll say by design, right, Stephen? Because there are no accidents when we come together. This is strategically, say that 10 times after.
All in divine order, my brother.
Yeah. Thank you. I love that. So in that, guys, so we kind of set the table. We did talk about Chris Cornell, as we should have. I gave you a little bit of the Billy Idol, Joan Jett. We tease. So at this point, if you're visualizing what we're doing, and again, I wish you were there, Stephen.
I do too.
We walked across the pedestrian bridge over the Cumberland River in Nashville. We went down the steps. We entered Nissan Stadium next to the existing stadium, which a brand new stadium, which will be ready to go in 2027, is being built right next door. That will be ready to go. We have walked and we grabbed a beer. We walked down the steps. We showed our wristband. We got into the pit section. Nice. Taylor Momsen and Pretty Reckless were finishing up their set. Good set, tight band, enjoyable. And guys, we're going to jump right into the next episode, AC/DC in Nashville. Tune in and we'll be back as quick as we can put it out.
Cheers.
Right? See you soon.
Thanks again for tuning in to the show. We'll be back every week with a brand new episode. Make sure you check us out on Instagram at TalkingSHHH and also listen on Spotify or wherever you can stream a podcast. See ya.